Hello and welcome to Turner Gymnasium. This is Erin, Farina, and I know you're used to seeing Joe here, but today I am joined by Lauren Stanford, former volleyball player and digs leader at Lynchburg. Lauren, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Are you excited to be here?
I'm very excited. Haven't been back in this gym in a while.
Yeah, I know. It has been a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to about tonight's match?
I'm really good. I'm excited to see some good volleyball. Both these teams have been doing really well this season. Only one loss for each team in conference, so I'm excited to see how this game goes.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a really great match, and thank you for everybody who's tuning in. Okay, starting out today's game, we have Randolph-Macon serving. We have McGuire Guba with the first serve, and a good receive by Josie Walton. A little bit of miscommunication, but we have the ball go over. And just through the hands of Lynchburg's block. And an ace for Randolph-Macon. Good serve by Guba. And Lynchburg catches a break here. Good side out and a net violation from Randolph-Macon. Number 4, Abby Leeper, heads back to the service line. And a good point for Lynchburg. An overpass by Randolph-Macon. Let's see if Lynchburg can do something with it. Drake swings over, but it looks like there's no touch off the block, so that'll be a Randolph-Macon point. It's a push to the outside by Breeden, and a great kill by Josie Walton. Josie Walton, this is one of her first starts for the season. Lynchburg's usual outside hitter in that position, Paige O'Donnell, is injured today, so that's a big kill for Josie Walton early in the game.
Great serve.
Great serve by Natalie Lavelle. Good service ace. Good block by Lynchburg, and Randolph-Macon dishes it over. It's a touch on Natalie Lavelle on that back line. A good kill by Princess Salafu. Looked like it was going a little long by Randolph-Macon's back line touches anyway. We have a sub for Lynchburg, and Corey Mays comes in for Taylor Breeden to set on the front row. Serve by Emma Drake. It's a little tight to the net, and Randolph-Macon's going to get called with a net violation. And a service error for Lynchburg. We have a sub for Randolph-Macon. Number 6, Emma Young, a setter and a senior, is coming into the match. And for Lynchburg, Sarah Connolly enters the game as well, playing right back. Little bit of a serve receive miscommunication. Strong serve from Young and a good receive by Sarah. Good dig down the line from Sarah Connolly. And a back row attack from Randolph-Macon that will land in just on the line. And push to the outside. And a great kill by Josie Walton and a great push by Corey Mays.
Erin talked about how Corey Mays came into a setting. She's usually an outside. I think she's doing an excellent job coming in as a setter.
Absolutely. I mean, Lauren, let's just talk a little bit about how hard is it to be a hitter transitioning to another position, let alone a setter.
It's very difficult, but Corey's doing a great job. She has excellent volleyball IQ. She sees the court really well, so I think you could put her in any position. She'd excel.
It was a great service ace by Annie Tynes, and here she serves again. And a little long from Grayson Draney. Looks like a little bit of serve-receive miscommunication on that back line from Randolph-Macon. It's a
good up.
And another point for Lynchburg. Right now, Lynchburg is leading 11-7. And a service error from Annie Tynes. Sophomore Grace Parker will step behind the line to serve. And a tough ball, good up from Annie Tynes. And is free balled over, is just out.
That was an aggressive serve by Grace Parker.
And another aggressive serve. And a decent up. And is still just a little outside from Abby Leeper. Not able to control Grace Parker's serve on that one. And Lynchburg will free ball over. It's a good aggressive swing by number 12, Madison Warlick. And a receive error from Annie Tynes. And Lynchburg's head coach, Hannah Givens, will call a timeout. And right now, Randolph-Macon is leading 13-11. All right, Lauren, at this timeout, what do you think Lynchburg needs to get out of this serve-receive rut?
Well, it's a really aggressive serve, and I think Lynchburg just needs to settle their pass and get one ball to the setter and then slide out right away.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that it's really important to, once we have a pass, capitalize on it and keeping the ball in play. There have been a couple hitting errors off of decent passes, even 2-ball passes, and those at least need to be inside the court.
Yeah, definitely.
And for Randolph-Macon, what do you think they're doing well right now?
Definitely the serve is very aggressive, and I think they have really good ball control, which is keeping them in the game.
Absolutely. I think that is also they've gotten a little more control since the beginning of the set. I think the beginning of the set was a little bit frantic for them.
They definitely have settled down.
Absolutely. And this is a good break for Lynchburg, and Grace Parker sends that one just a little bit long. Flynn Christian will step behind the line, getting ready to serve. And a good point for Lynchburg. And Christian puts it over. And Corey Mays tries to dump it over on 2 on that one, and is just a little short.
Good pass by Tynes.
And a good swing. Good push to the outside. Is off the block. And controlled over. And it was a good cross-court shot from Megan Bost. Smart decision from Natalie Lavelle. And a roll from Madison Warlick right into the block hands. We have Mackenzie Lowy behind the service line. She puts a deep float in. And a roll shot from Madison Warlick again, and she gets a point. Good pass by Annie Tynes. It's a good aggressive swing by Natalie Lavelle, but just cut a little too much. And Taylor Breeden steps back into the game for Corey Mays. A little bit of a change. Good follow to the line by Flynn Christensen. And Taylor Breeden will step back to serve. Let's see if she can string together a few points for the Hornets. Emma Drake also enters back into the game.
I think Lynchburg can really capitalize on this rotation with 3 experienced players in the front row.
That's a really good point. The short ball played over by Emma Drake. Wow. And Madison Warlick with a great kill in between the 1-6 seam.
She's had a couple good kills in a row.
McGuire-Guba steps back into the game to serve. A deep float received by Flynn Christensen. The touch. The line shot from Abby Leeper that the Yellow Jackets just couldn't quite control.
Good up by Emma Drake.
Natalie Lavelle with a big swing again, just isn't seeming to get her body completely turned into the court on that swing. Madison Warlick with the serve. And serves out. A short serve from Natalie Lavelle. And a dig by Natalie Lavelle.
Back row swing by Leeper.
A really good aggressive swing from Grace Parker, just powers through the block on that one.
Yeah.
And Lynchburg will take another timeout. Okay, Lauren, so right now Randolph-Macon is leading 21-16. What are you seeing going on right now?
Well, Lynchburg definitely had a rough couple service runs, but I think they can come back as long as they keep it in control. Randolph-Macon definitely has a lot of ball control right now, I think, and they're powering through the block of Lynchburg.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Randolph-Macon is playing really smart shots at the moment, you know, and kind of capitalizing on the fact that Lynchburg's having a little bit of defensive ball control and can't quite run the offense that they want to at the moment.
Yeah.
And Megan Bost steps behind the service line. And it'll be a point for Lynchburg with a service error into the antenna. And Corey Mays steps back in for Taylor Breeden on the front row. Good pass from Grace Parker, and she is blocked. And Randolph-Macon throws it over. And Princess South who tools off the block and out. An off speed from Josie Walton gets blocked from Randolph-Macon's front line. Looks like Abby Leeper was looking for some clarification on who touched that ball off the block. Number 6, Emma Young serves. The back row attack from Abby Leeper is received by Mackenzie Lowy. And a back row attack returned from Madison Warlick. He's just a little long from Lynchburg, looking for a touch, but referees are saying that it was out.
Those are two great back row attacks by both teams.
Good serve receive. And point for Randolph-Macon. The back row attack into the net. That was a really tough serve receive pass to make from Sarah Connolly.
Yeah, she handled it excellently.
Annie Tyne steps in to serve. And a good short serve. Grace Parker just caught a little bit on her heels for that one. Okay, so Randolph-Macon winning 25-20. Let's talk a little bit about some strengths for Randolph-Macon and some strengths for Lynchburg.
Yeah, so Randolph-Macon, definitely their serve. I think it was Grace Parker went on a really long run. And definitely their ball control. And they're covering their hitters really well. Whenever Lynchburg gets a block, it's not going down because they're right there to get it back up.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I also really like the aggressive swings that Randolph-Macon is taking. I think that there are times when you can see they're caught a little off with the pace of what's returned, just because I think this is happening to both teams as well. With a lot of the short ball game, there's a lot of tipping and a couple points in that set, a couple points in a row in that set. But Randolph-Macon has taken some really big swings, and they're powering through blocks. They're seeing good shots, and, I mean, right now it's working out for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about Lynchburg's strengths.
Definitely Tynes with her serve. And I think they're doing an excellent job with defense. Like you said, Randolph-Macon's been putting down some pretty big balls, but Lynchburg has been getting a good amount of them up.
Right now we see Lynchburg is hitting negative at the moment. So I think that I would like to see them be a little bit more aggressive. I think that right now they're having to play a little too much defense. And I think a lot of that was they got in that serve-receive rut kind of early on in this first set. And so I think that if they start handling that serve a little better, gain a little more ball control, and really keep the ball in front of them, we'll start seeing more of a positive hitting percentage coming into the second set.
Yeah, I agree. Natalie Lavelle took some big swings. They just weren't finding the court right now. So if they work on that, then it'll be good.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see Lynchburg's bench over here getting a little excited, dancing to the music.
I remember when we used to do that.
So we've got a little bit of time, Lauren. How does it feel being back in Turner?
Feels good. Feels weird to be on this side, not on the court, but I'm so happy to be back.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I remember it being a little bit of a bittersweet experience my first time on the broadcast for with Joe. I was like, oh, this is so fun, but this is so sad, too.
Wish I could be out there.
I know. All right, so it looks like Lynchburg is staying with their same lineup from this first set. And it doesn't look like there are any changes for Randolph-Macon either. Taylor Breeden is going to step back to serve this first ball. Referees moving some of the LHSN staff. And a good serve from Taylor Breeden. And another good serve from Taylor Breeden.
Good start for Lynchburg.
That was a good pass from Grace Parker. It's just a little too much of a cut on that right side. It was just out.
I like the angle she was going for, though.
Another good pass from Parker. We'll go to the outside, and number 20, Sydney Cook, will send that a little long. And a short serve received by Mackenzie Lowe, and I believe that was Sydney Cook again coming into the middle for a quick, and we'll get a point for Randolph-Macon. Madison Warlick with the serve, and a good pass from Flynn Christensen. Natalie Lavelle with a great swing to deep one.
That was a great spot by Lavelle.
And that was just what we were talking about in between sets, that she just needs to get her body turned into the court, and she's taken some big swings and made the adjustment and finds the floor. Another good serve receive pass. And Grace Parker tries to go down the line. It'll be returned by Emma Drake. And a roll out of the back row from Madison Warlick.
That set looked a little tight, and Natalie Lavelle couldn't do much with it.
Yeah, that's a hard ball to get to, especially up against a quite tall front line from Randolph-Macon.
Yes.
Good pass from Abby Leeper. It'll be a quick out to the pin for Josie Walton. A great swing from Sydney Cook.
Lynchburg playing really scrappy right now.
And that'll be a little bit long for Grace Parker. Just a little too short for Natalie Lavelle on that serve. And Emma Young enters back into the game for this serve. Taylor Breeden dishes to the outside. Abby Lever tries to cut to the line, but just a little too far. And the tool off the block for Princess Salafu. Good point for Lynchburg. That was a great serve receive pass from Abby Leeper.
It was a really aggressive serve again by Randolph-Macon, but Leeper handled it excellently.
Corey Mays enters back into the game to set front row for Lynchburg. And a service ace for Emma Drake. That dropped pretty fast. I thought that was going long.
I also thought it was going long, but it dropped real quick.
Good pass from Grace Parker. Goes to the outside for number 4, Grayson Draney. She's just a little long on that swing. And Randolph-Macon will call a timeout. So, Lauren, we talked a little bit about what Lynchburg needed to do better during this second set, and they came out, and right now their serve receive is looking really strong. They're serving well, and they've been really aggressive on the swings we've seen so far.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and it shows in the score, 9-4 right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that we're seeing a little bit of a dip from Randolph-Macon, and definitely not the same passing team we saw in the first set.
Yeah.
Just a little less control than we saw in that first set.
Even when they get the pass, though, they're still taking those aggressive swings. They just can't find the court right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little too long on most of those swings. Good serve from Emma Drake. And Grace Parker is just, actually they called a touch. Touch off the block. And Abby Leeper will go over to the referee to see what that call is about, to ask who it's on probably. Grace Parker steps back to serve. Really high ball to the outside from Corey Mays on that one. A good block. And Randolph-Macon just can't seem to get it back over on that one. And Annie Tyne steps in for the Hornets to serve. And number 22, Bailey Johnson, a freshman outside hitter, steps into the game as well. Pass from Mackenzie Lowy, and a really good swing from number 8, Danielle LaRosa.
That was a really quick ball in the middle. Lynchburg just wasn't ready for it.
That block was a little bit late.
Yeah.
A short serve from Lowy.
Straight up by Tynes.
Down ball over from Leeper. A good block. And Randolph-Macon will free ball over. Flynn Christian keeps it alive. We'll go to the outside and blocked. And a handling error will be called on number 9, Sarah Connolly. The short serve, handled by Annie Tynes. And swung from Abby Leeper. Pushed over into the corner from Emma Young. That was a really good spot from the senior setter.
Yeah, we haven't seen a setter send it over in 2 yet, but that was an excellent placement by
Yeah,
Young.
absolutely. I think she caught Lynchburg's defense just creeping up a little too much. Nobody had that back corner covered.
Yeah.
Good pass from Sarah Connolly. Abby Leeper tries to come in for a 2 and tools off the block. She loves running that ball.
She does.
She loves running that middle ball. She's a middle at heart.
You would know. You used to set it to her.
I did. Good serve from Christensen. And got up from Abby Leeper.
Couldn't tell if Lavelle or Leeper hit that one.
I think that was Abby. The blonde meshes together a little bit.
Just a little.
I'm going to the outside to the freshman, and she's a little bit long too, Bailey Johnson on that one. Tough serve from Flynn Christian. It'll be a service ace.
Lynchburg with a solid lead right now.
They have a lot of momentum right now, gaining a lot of confidence from those tough serves they're sending over. And short, and another ace for Christian. Good pass from Parker. And blocked. Goes to the outside again. And a big block from Randolph-Macon. Just Lynchburg covering a little too tight on that ball. It'll be interesting to see what Randolph-Macon does with this next point right here.
Yeah, they got to get their momentum back.
The serve from Guba, excuse me. And a good up. That was a good initial up by Sarah Connolly. That's a really hard ball to defend.
Yeah, that was a good swing by Randolph-Macon.
Yeah, absolutely. Good short angle from Randolph-Macon's middle. A little tight. And goes back to the outside and is tooled out. And Taylor Breeden will step back into the game to serve and set back row. And Emma Drake enters back into the game.
I really want to see Lynchburg setting Emma Drake more.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma Drake is their second leading scorer for the season. And, I mean, she's just an incredible offensive weapon for Lynchburg. And I think that as the season goes on, we'll see a little bit more and more from her. But when she gets going, she's really impressive to watch.
Yeah.
Great pass from Lowy. And a tip and good defense from setter Taylor Breeden. The handling error from Randolph-Macon setter Guba. And a short serve from Breeden. And ball goes outside. And a really tough cut from Megan Bost.
Yeah, putting that lefty on the outside, she can really get an angle on that.
Yeah. Madison Warlick enters back into the game to serve. A good pass from Christian. Nyla Lavelle will try and throw to one. Good cover from Annie Tynes. Leaper will try and send it back over. And back over on one. Wow. And that's a great swing from number 20, Sydney Cook. Or, excuse me, Sydney Cook. And tough serve. Handled by Lynchburg.
Looks like Randolph-Macon was in the net.
It's a good break for Lynchburg because that ball was just out on Lavelle's swing. A little bit of too shallow of a transition for Emma Drake there. A serve from Megan Bost. Josie Walton puts the ball over. It was a good dig by McGuire Guba, but it looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication who was going to take that second ball.
Yeah, they had their middle in the back row. The libero was out, so they didn't know who was going to take it.
Good serve from Lavelle. And a good pass from Warlick.
Another miscommunication on the who's going to take the ball with the middle back row on Lynchburg's side this time.
And number 11, Brooke Young, a freshman setter, enters the game. Along with number 4, Grayson Draney. A good dig from Warlick. And Parker plays it deep. Looks like that was swung into the neck from Parker. It's a good serve.
It's a good set.
Lynchburg catching a little bit of a break there. It's just a little too sharp of a cut from Grayson Draney. Is just out. It looks like we're getting a little bit of more urgency in the playback from Randolph-Macon here.
Yeah, not as calm as they were the last game.
It's a beautiful set from the freshman setter, Brooke Young. That's a good kill from Grayson Draney as well. Grace Parker will step behind the line. He serves a little long. Any times will enter the game for Josie Walton to serve. Good pass from Lowy. We'll send it back to Draney, who gets a kill. Number 10, Megan Boss, will come back into the game. And a short serve from Lowy. Big push from Mays to the outside. She's a little tight. She dumps over on 2 and gets a point.
Excellent court awareness by Mays. See that open spot in the middle of the court.
And like you were talking about earlier, having a hitter come in and setting and still being able to see that from the setting position is really special.
Yeah.
Good scramble by Randolph-Macon to get that ball over. And a great swing from Natalie Lavelle. She absolutely unloaded on that ball. I'm going to the outside. And a hitting error from Madison Warlick. And Lynchburg takes the second set. So that was a pretty big turnaround for both teams, actually. We saw Lynchburg come in and make a lot of the adjustments that we talked about after the first set.
Yeah, and then Randolph-Macon just a little lack on their passing, and they just couldn't find the court right away in their hitting.
Yeah, Randolph-Macon never really seemed to get back into a hitting groove after that also. I think that after getting into a little bit of a rut the first half of that second set, you could tell that they were having a little bit of a mental challenge after that fact. And Lynchburg just took the momentum that they had from those first several points and really just rolled with it. We can see that after that second set, Lynchburg's hitting back in the positives. And we now see that Randolph-Macon attacking errors is now at 14, Lynchburg's at 11. We had a really, really big improvement from Lynchburg's attacking errors in that second set. I don't remember there being very many. They put a lot of balls in the court, and which was a nice change, obviously, for Lynchburg from that first set.
Yeah, I definitely think it helped that they got their passing under control, which allowed them to be able to run the offense that they wanted to. Absolutely.
I think that it was very, very clear difference from the serve-receive in the first set to the second set. And I think that their defense was a little scrappier as well. We saw Randolph-Macon in the second half of this second set, after they had made some changes with subs, that they seemed to be getting a little more urgency in their play and scrambling after more things that they were in the beginning of the set. So we'll see if they come back into this third set with a little bit more of that energy.
Yeah. Definitely think serve receive will play a big role in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think their serve also, their serve from the first to the second set wasn't as aggressive.
Yeah, they were hesitant on it.
Yeah. And once again, we don't see any changes for Lynchburg's lineup. And it looks like Randolph-Macon is back to their original row one as well. Guba steps behind the line to serve the first ball. Looks like it's 4 touches for Lynchburg. Natalie Lavelle was a little bit short on that swing, put it into the tape. Looked like she might have been a little in front of the ball. A good pass from Christian. Dish to the outside. It's put up to the right side. And a quick transition from Emma Drake.
It's a great cross-court swing by Drake.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma Drake has been pretty quiet in this match. I would like to see her be a little louder on the offensive front going forward.
I agree.
And tipped from Sydney Cook. And return tip from Walton. And is sent long from Megan Bost. And a net violation from Randolph-Macon. That serve receive pass putting McGuire Guba just a little far into the net. And some communication on that second ball as well. So that'll be an ace for Abby Leeper. sent over.
Good up by Leeper.
By Bost. And Lavelle breaks through the block. A good swing from Bost. And Grace Parker will step behind the line to serve. And Christian. And Josie Walton just getting a little too behind that ball. And a long serve from Parker. We'll put Natalie Lavelle behind the service line. And number 2, Leslie Curry steps into the game to pass for Randolph-Macon. That will be a tool into the antenna for Randolph-Macon, making it 6-4.
It's a good swing by Randolph-Macon to use Lynchburg's block.
And another serve long for Macon. Corey Mays steps back into the game. Good pass from Warlick. And a good touch from Leeper. And a kill deep on the line from Josie Walton.
That's a great spot.
On a frantic play as well.
Yeah.
And a free ball from Randolph-Macon. Good up from Leeper. And Walton just getting a little too aggressive, swings into the block, and it's down. Sarah Connolly will come into the game to play right back for the Lynchburg Hornets. And Brooke Young, the freshman setter, will step back into the game to serve. Along with Grayson Draney. And that serve is just out for Young. It's a great save out of the net from Brooke Young. And Abby Leeper will put that ball out. This is a great one-handed set from Brooke
really
Young. Good. Grace Parker steps back into the game. A free ball over from Lynchburg. And a good short tip from number 8, Danielle LaRosa.
I think she used her left hand on that, so Lynchburg was not ready for it.
Madison Warlick with the serve. And Abby Leeper with a great swing. Like I said before, she loves that 2-ball.
She does.
She loves to run that ball.
It's a good set by Corey Mays, too.
It was a great set. It was a great tempo. And push to the outside, a little tight for Parker. And she battles back at the net and puts it down. A good block from Randolph-Macon. Another block from Randolph-Macon. A little bit of miscommunication from Lynchburg, but they send it over. And a good touch. And a free ball going over. A dump from Brooke Young. A good dig from Lowy. And a great spot from Natalie Lavelle.
That's a hard spot to recover by a libero.
Absolutely. And you can see, looked like Mackenzie Lowy saw that ball coming too, but she was just a little late to it.
Yeah. She saw that tip coming, but went the opposite way.
It's a great spot. Really hard, short four ball to defend. Taylor Breeden and Emma Drake will come back into the game. A good swing from Parker.
Great up by Tynes.
And that'll be a double for Taylor Breeden. Number 20, Sydney Cook, and number 21, McGuire Guba step back into the game. Good long serve for Guba. Abby Leeper just sends it a little too long on that back line. A good short ball from Leeper. It'd be a roll from the back row from Warlick. And a really deep block from Randolph-Macon. Good aggressive serve for Guba. A good swing from Leeper. And once again, a little bit of miscommunication on who's going to take that second ball.
Yeah. I think as a libero, you should probably take that so you can set your hitters.
Josie Walton will step back into the game for the Hornets. And just a little long for Grace Parker on that swing from the right side. Emma Drake once again looks a little shallow on that transition. That's a tough ball though, a little far inside, and that's a tough angle to swing on from the right side.
Yeah.
It goes to the outside for Macon.
Good
back
set.
to the right side. Great set from Breeden. Good dig from Abby Leeper. Emma Drake will handle it and send it over. Good pickup from Lowy. And a good short tip for Josie Walton. That'll get her a kill. It was a lot of short play.
Yeah.
In that long rally.
Excellent defense by both teams, though.
A lot of short defense, too. Like, that's tough to do, especially back to back to back.
Yeah.
And Randolph-Macon does not look too happy with that call. But Sydney Cook just a little bit long on that swing. And Randolph-Macon would get called for being under the net.
Pass was just a little too tight for the setter.
Parker will set up Warlick on the outside. Leaper goes to Drake. And a good swing in that 5-6 seam. That was actually a really good touch for Grace Parker, but it was just a little high, hit off the rafters. And nobody else was ready for it when it came back down.
Yeah. Good pass.
It's a really great pass from Madison Warlick. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier, too, with when you're struggling in serve-receive. You have a great serve-receive pass like that. You need to capitalize on it on your offensive front. Sorry if you just got a nice loud bump in your speakers. Our crowd mic just took a hit. And Randolph-Macon will serve it out. And Emma Drake will step behind the line to serve for the Hornets. A good touch from Guba.
Good push by Mays.
And another cut from an outside. And Lynchburg will get called with a handling error, a double for Corey May. Danielle LaRosa and Brooke Young will step back into the game for the Yellow Jackets. And Sarah Connolly will step back into the game for the Hornets. A good serve from Young. And May goes over on 2. And Macon cannot return it. 80 Tynes will come into the game for Josie Walton to serve. And Princess Salafu will get a block on that one from a off the net swing from Madison Warlick. Randolph-Macon will call a timeout. So right now Randolph-Macon is trailing Lynchburg by 7. So what do we need to see from Randolph-Macon in order to at least improve on this deficit they have right now?
Definitely control their serves. I think they've missed 4 at least, and they're down by 7, so that right there could be a big difference in the game.
Especially when your opponent is in the last 5 points of the match.
Definitely.
of the set.
Yeah, and definitely control their passing. When they do get a good pass, like we said, they need to capitalize on it, but they haven't had a string of good passes in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that communication is just really down on Randolph-Macon's side. You can kind of tell that the difference in energy levels on either side of the court. Right now, Lynchburg has a very obvious energy momentum, and I think that Randolph-Macon needs to get a little bit of that going for themselves as well. And there's your example right there. Yeah. A good ace from Annie Tynes. And that's a good swing from off the net from Madison Warlick.
It's a great spot to the one.
And I think it swings like that, especially when you're out of system and when you're down several points in a set, that you need to be taking big swings, not necessarily banging balls, but you need to be taking big, aggressive swings and smart swings at that, and putting the ball in play.
Yep.
Really good aggressive serve from Warlick, handled by Connolly. And a good tip. That's a great spot from Abby Leeper.
Excellent court vision by Abby Leeper.
And that's a great pass, great set from Randolph-Macon, and a nice long seam shot from Grayson Draney.
Yeah, and that's just like we were saying. If they get the pass, they got to capitalize on that swing, and they did.
Yeah, absolutely. A good dig from Christian. Corey Mays puts it over. And a kill for the new setter, Corey May.
Yeah, I think she really wanted to hit that one, get back in her old roots of being an outside.
Corey May back in her element, swinging at the ball.
Yeah, she's definitely excited about that
one. Taylor Breen will step in for match point along with Emma Drake. Or set point, excuse me. A good set to the outside from Young, and a tool off the block for Grace Parker. And number 20, Sydney Cook, and 21, McGuire Guba will step back into the game. A good serve from Guba. Breeden chases down that pass. And a good off speed from Leeper to end the second set. Excuse me, the third set. That was a really quick third set.
Yeah. We're just having so much fun.
I know. Didn't even notice. Okay, so I think that we saw a little bit more fight later on in that set again from the Yellow Jackets. I think that they're getting a lot of momentum from their subs.
Yeah.
I think that you see that there are some crucial players from the second and third set that are impacting a little bit more than the first set. In the first set, their outsides were most of their points, you know, and in the second set, if they had the ball control to do so, they should have been going to their middle as much as possible. And right now we see Grayson Draney is coming in with a lot of energy, and Brooke Young is having a pretty good impact on just their offensive front in general, like coming in as their setter for those 3 rotations.
Yeah, I agree. Grayson Draney's doing an excellent job on the right side right now. I think they went to her a couple times, and she put it down almost every time.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about it at the last time out about controlling service errors and controlling the serve receive ball, but I think one thing that we saw a lot in those last 2 sets was they're just sending a lot of balls out offensively.
Yeah.
And gain a little bit more control on that swing and make sure we're at least keeping the ball in the court for the Yellow Jackets. That's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, I definitely think they don't have to swing hard on every single ball. Like, see the court, see where Lynchburg's setting up their defense, and try to place it where they aren't.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, we saw that from Draney and from Danielle LaRosa and Sydney Cook, that when they're playing shots, like, they're seeing the floor pretty well. But I think that they just need to regain a little bit more control and gain a little bit more confidence to do so.
Yeah, I think Randolph-Macon just needs to get back into control of their passing, and it could be a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously Lynchburg needs to just keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, they've got a lot of energy. They've got a lot of momentum. They're being really aggressive. Their hitting percentage continues to rise. They were at a .065 for that second set. Now they're at an even 100. And they're also having a really good service game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw a lot of aces in those last 2 sets. And I think they're gaining a lot of momentum. They're gaining a lot of energy and a lot of confidence from their aggressive serving.
Yeah. I think Abby Leeper definitely stepped up in that last set, put a lot of balls down.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you see a lot of energy boost also from the few kills that Natalie Lavelle had. They were some big, exciting ones.
She always gets very excited when she gets a kill, so always gets the team going.
That good spin around. Serve from Taylor Breeden to start the 4th. Natalie Lavelle will be aggressive on that, and will be a net violation called against Randolph-Macon.
Got a new libero in for Randolph-Macon. Number 2, the freshman, Leslie Curry.
The back row attack from Warlick. And Emma Drake will get up and just puts it a little long. The line judge did not seem to see that, but the up ref called it out. Good serve from Macon. And a good back row attack from Josie Walton. Emma Drake a little off the net. Good cover from Breeden.
A good up by Leslie Curry.
And LaRosa tries to tip cross court to 2. Was just a little short, puts it into the net. Abby Leeper with the serve. We'll go to the outside for Warlick. A good dig from Leeper. Go to the outside, and a tool off the block and out for Josie Walton. to the right side for Emma Drake, and she will put it deep, and line judge calls it out, but it looks like there was a net violation for Macon again, so the Hornets will keep the serve. Goes to the outside, and Warlick aggressive on that swing. And a good line shot from Walton, and Christian just can't seem to get to that push over into the deep corner. The serve from Leslie Curry here. It's a good shot. A nice two ball from Emma Drake.
Haven't seen her run a two this whole game. That was good.
I know. With Lynchburg being in control with the way they're running their offense right now, I would really like to see them be a little more creative on the net and run some more things like that.
Yeah, their serve receive has been pretty good, so they can run different things if they want.
Mm. And that'll be tipped into the net. From Sydney Cook, who looks like she was just led a little too much on that set, couldn't quite reach. And a great line shot from Madison Warlick. She she really got after that ball.
Yeah, that was a great line shot. Especially with heading towards like the setter and the middle back there.
Yeah.
It's a kill anytime.
Good pass. And Salafu with the left hand and over will get up and seem to get a touch on the block. Corey May steps back into the game. Good defense by Emma Drake. And powers through the block. Good swing from Josie Walton. A little tight on that too, but she manages to get through.
Yeah, Randolph-Macon just has a press on that block.
Mm-hmm. And good cover from Christian. A good swing from Emma Drake. Really in front of the ball on that one, but seems to just puts a good, decent shot down and
especially
gets a point.
A back row kill by her.
Yeah. No, I think it's kind of obvious that Randolph-Macon is looking a little discouraged right now, and just their body language, the way they're playing. There are a couple moments, obviously. We had Madison Warlick have that really great kill down the line, but we're not seeing a lot of those aggressive shots from the Yellow Jackets right now.
Yeah, they're definitely a little hesitant to make those big swings, but I do think they've controlled their passing a little bit. So maybe as they get that passing going even more, they'll be able to take those aggressive swings again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that as a whole, Lynchburg is being really aggressive all along the front line. All of their hitters are being aggressive, and that's really awesome to see, especially from a really young team.
I agree.
You know, we have, right now on Lynchburg's front row, you have a freshman, you have a sophomore who this is probably the first real game that she's played in.
Yeah.
And Corey May, who's a hitter who's setting. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Really good push to the right side from Brooke Young. And that it will be a good kill from Grayson Draney.
Randolph-Macon's right sides are definitely getting a lot of kills. I think they should try to keep going to them.
Absolutely. Madison Warlick with the serve. Good handle from Connolly. A little bit of an off speed from Walton. Ooh. Lynchburg was up on that one, but not pressed. And Grace Parker will get a kill on that one. And just long for Warlick on that serve. Annie Tynes will come in to serve for the Hornets. And a good pass from Curry. And a hitting error for Salafu on that one. I think that's really impressive. You have a setter who's not actually a setter, and you're willing to run a slide on that play. Like,
yeah.
Why not, you know? I like that confidence in your teammate.
Yeah.
Good swing from Abby Leeper. Great shot.
Yeah, we had a middle back row for Randolph-Macon, so Leeper saw that and went towards her.
Really good court awareness on that ball. Natalie Lavelle will come back in front row for the Hornets. And just a little high on that pass, hits the rafters and comes back down before Brooke Young can get to it. And she will dish the ball back, and that will be a kill.
From the right side again, like I said, they just got to keep
absolutely feed those right sides. You know, they're getting your points right now. They're putting down aggressive swings. They're keeping the ball in play. Mm-hmm. Emma Young stepped back into the game for the Yellow Jackets to serve and gets a point there.
That was a great serve. Cross court, and that kind of pass coming on that angle to the setter is really hard to handle.
A little off the net from Tynes. And Randolph-Macon will get up, put up a strong block.
It's a big block by Randolph-Macon.
Better pass from Tynes on that. And Lavelle will try and go to that short four again, but Curry sees it, and it'll be a back row attack for Madison Warlick and get a kill.
Curry definitely read that the whole way in. Made it an easy pass for her.
Mm-hmm. And a little long for Grace Parker on that ball. Taylor Breeden and Emma Drake are going to come back into the game for the Hornets. And it seems like Randolph-Macon is settling back into how they usually play their game.
Yeah.
You know, so Lynchburg on this really high momentum at the moment, and Randolph-Macon trying hard to battle back. And with a point for Grace Parker with just contributing to that. I think that this match, the remainder of this fourth set is going to be really competitive, and it'll be a toss-up to see if we go to a fifth or not.
Yeah. Randolph-Macon getting back into the control of their game. I think they play really well when they're calm, and they seem to be settling into that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And meanwhile, Lynchburg plays really well while they're really high energy.
Yeah.
So it's a interesting dynamic
teams,
on the court. And Young goes over on 2 on that one. And wow!
Great swing from the middle.
That was a great swing by Sydney Cook. And Leaper gets a decent touch on it. It's just a really tough angle to get underneath.
That was a really big point by Randolph-Macon. I feel like they weren't really connecting with their middles recently, but that might have just changed.
They connected on that one.
Yeah.
But that also is one thing you can't have. You can't have a kill like that and then a service error. Natalie Lavelle with the serve for Lynchburg. And she'll put that short. That's a tough ball to receive for Curry. And Warlick will put that out. That ball's really far behind her. She tries to handle it, but just sends it long. Salafu will get through the block on that one. Leaper will go to Drake, and she will put it cross court to Young, who goes back out to the right side. And Graney is blocked by Walton and Salafu. There'll be a timeout it'll be a sub for Randolph-Macon. And the freshman, Bailey Johnson, will come into the game to hit out on the outside at the moment. Ooh, and this service ace for Natalie Lavelle.
It's a great short serve.
And now the Yellow Jackets will take a timeout. So we have Lynchburg leading right now 18-12, and this is a really exciting game for Lynchburg. You know, they've had a kind of up and down season so far, trying to figure out what kind of team they're going to be. Obviously, we talked about they're really young, and just trying to figure out their momentum. You have one of your starters out with an injury, and big props to Josie Walton is coming in, and she is absolutely killed it.
Yeah, she's done a great job
this game. She's been really consistent, has been taking big swings, putting points up on the board, and that's really awesome to see from the sophomore who, like we talked about, this is her first real game playing here in her collegiate career.
Yeah. Definitely good to see Taylor Breeden back out there for Lynchburg too this game.
Absolutely. I think that is a big confidence booster for the Hornets as well. And a great kill from Warlick. She absolutely destroys the ball in that line shot.
She's got hops. She jumps over the block.
She's getting up there. Brooke Young steps back into the game to serve. And she will serve into the net. We also have number 1, Jordan Davis Allen, coming into the game, the middle blocker sophomore from Powhatan, Virginia. A good pass from Parker, and a great swing from Johnson, who's picked up by Abby Leaper. And the Hornets will get that point. It looks like a net violation for Randolph-Macon. That was a great dig from Abby Leaper.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic swing, too.
Big swing by Randolph-Macon.
A good pass. Going to the right side, and we'll tip it over. And Josie Walton gets that over. And Warlick just gets a little behind it, puts that really far out the back line.
Yeah, she was definitely in front of the ball and it just couldn't handle it.
And that's definitely one of those swings where you just need to be a little bit smarter on that, a little bit more control. And Emma Drake will put that ball out. And Sarah Connolly will step in for her to play defense. Warlick with the serve. It's a really good serve from Warlick.
Yeah.
Just drops right in front of Connolly.
Randolph-Macon needed that. They had missed the last one, so.
Yeah, they definitely do. They definitely need a run here in order to remain competitive in this game.
There it is again.
And another ace for Madison Warlick. Needs to be a little bit of obviously a shaky pass and a decent second touch to keep it in play, but it needs to be a little bit more control on that third ball over. Maybe we tip that over. Maybe we
smarter play.
Put that over with two hands and make sure we keep it in rather than taking a swing.
Just reset and get the next ball up and put it down.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about Randolph-Macon needing to get their serve back, and they've done just that, especially in the second half of this set. They are now trailing 17-21, and Madison Warlick is on a really good service run right here. She definitely needs to get this ball in coming out of this timeout.
Yeah.
The timeouts that Coach Givens had taken earlier on in this game, both returning points, Macon had put out of bounds.
Call that a coach's point.
Yeah,
no
the coach's point. So we'll see if she gets that point again. But yeah, Megan needs this point most definitely. And May will go over on 2 for that one. Parker to 6. And can't quite get a second touch off of that ball. Good serve from Warlick. May will go to the outside. Walton will go down the line. Macon goes to the right side, and Johnson gets a kill. Falls in between the net and the block for Lynchburg. The back row attack from Abby Leeper. And a free ball goes over. And Lynchburg almost celebrating a little too early on that ball. And really scrappy play from Randolph-Macon not giving up on that point. That looked like it was going to be down.
Yeah, and then Walton just put it in the 4 spot, and Randolph-Macon couldn't get to it.
Yeah. Little bit of a connection error on that ball from Young to, I believe, Davis Allen. Yeah. Little back row for Warlick. And push to the outside for Leeper.
Great
good dig from Warlick. And Parker will put it down in the middle of the floor.
I think Warlick is a big part of Randolph-Macon right now. She's had big kills when she was front row and just had a bunch of aces, and that dig was amazing.
Absolutely. She's playing really high energy defense right now. She's having some pretty good bar control this late in the game. And Abby Leeper will tip and get the short kill. Will be match point for the Hornets. And the kill from Parker. It was a beautiful set from Brooke Young. Emma Young steps back into the game to serve, along with Sydney Cook. A good aggressive serve from Young. Little bit of miscommunication, and Leeper will put that ball out on a long tip. Match point for the Hornets still, 24-22. Yellow Jackets serving. And Lynchburg wins it. Young putting that ball deep outside the service line, or the end line for that last serve. And it's just credit really quick. It has been a while since Lynchburg has beaten Randolph-Macon in volleyball.
Yeah, that was a big win for them.
It's a really big win from you. It's been over 4 years.
Yep. That stings a little bit.
That stings a little bit. That one hurts a bit. But that was a great match from Lynchburg volleyball. I mean, that's the best game they've played all season by far. I think that especially like a traditionally really strong team like Randolph-Macon, they come in and have a really good first set, obviously, but Lynchburg figured out their problems. They handled themselves well, and they did a really good job staying on top.
Yeah, I think after the first set, they got the momentum towards the end after that kind of rough patch with the serving, and serve receive, and then they got their energy up and continued that through the rest of the game.
Yeah, and that's really exciting game for Lynchburg volleyball. Congratulations to them. Lauren, any final thoughts for us this evening?
Happy to be back. Thank you for having me. I think Lynchburg did a great job. Randolph-Macon also did a great job, especially in the first set. But props to Lynchburg. It was a big win for them.
Big win for them. Like I said, best game they've played all season. And, I mean, we've just seen that they're a young team and they've got some serious promise ahead of them. Mm-hmm. So thank you to everybody who signed in tonight and watched our game. Lauren, thank you for coming and being on the air with us tonight. I hope everybody has a great night, and we will see you next time we play. Lynchburg volleyball plays again this weekend at 12 and 4 o'clock, and it is senior day this weekend, so tune in for that. And everybody have a great night.